All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at the Retail Summit, and with me is John Hadden. He's the CEO of Alshaya. Welcome to Entrepreneur TV.
Thank you. Great to be here.
How are you doing today?
Very good. Very excited to be here, so thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about Alshaya.
Yeah. So Alshaya is a Kuwaiti family-owned business, been in existence since 1890. We represent over 70 retail brands across all retail consumer segments, and we have 55,000 people that work for us. We're in 18 countries. And we operate a multitude of online and offline businesses for the brands we represent, the majority of which are from the US. So most of our brands are US based, such as American Eagle, Victoria's Secret, Starbucks, Cheesecake Factory, Shake Shack.
Right.
So we have some great brands, and the region is on fire at the moment. So
right.
for us, business is great, particularly where we are today in the UAE. So very excited, not just for today, but excited for the future.
Tell me, what do you see as the most, let's say, exciting trends that are going to be shaping the future of retail?
I think globally, this bringing together online and offline, both in terms of the F&B space and the non-F&B space, will just continue at pace, particularly in this region. I'm constantly amazed. I've been living here for over 20 years about how tech savvy the young population is here. So if you think about the GCC as a whole, and you think about over 50% under the age of 35, the evolution of digital technologies as it relates to retail is first and foremost with everything that we're doing. So whether that's customer experience in the store, in the restaurant, or offline, how do we connect through the various different social media platforms with our consumer? Because we believe at the moment the young consumer chooses what they want, whether it's an F&B or non-F&B, on their phone first. And the important thing for us is to get them to see the phone, get excited by what's on the phone, and then interact in one of our stores, restaurants, or retail outlets that we have.
So how do you keep up that balance? I mean, obviously between physical stores and your online presence.
They're both important. You can't have one without the other. So for us, we've invested a lot, particularly over the last 5 years, in our e-commerce business. We now have over 100 e-commerce sites and mobile apps, and we don't launch a new brand without having that mobile experience, that digital experience as well with the consumer. So heavily invested in it, and making sure the two are seamless in terms of the customer experience is important for us.
And how are you enhancing, let's say, your digital presence? Any tips?
So I think my tips would be, first and foremost, keep it simple. Don't overpromise in terms of what you do with the consumer, and make sure that it's something that is simple to use and something that the consumer can easily do. We have so much choice on our phones. I have a couple of young kids, and when I talk to them about availability and what they look at, etc., this instant gratification piece is really important. So when we go online, how we interact, especially with the young generation, has to be in a way that they understand. Right.
As a CEO, if I were to give you a time machine, what would you tell a younger version of yourself?
I think first and foremost, be yourself. I think it's really, really important that as you grow in businesses and you grow up, you are yourself. Don't try and change yourself. Don't try and be something you're not. I see many people that try and be things that they're not and try and change their personality. We are who we are, and I think a lot of that is dictated to us by our parents. I'm a big believer in we all grow up being a shadow or an imitation of our parents. So first of all, be yourself and be bold. We all make mistakes. Every single day I make mistakes, but I think the worst thing you can do is not make decisions. So I would say to any young entrepreneur that's rising through with a great business idea, be passionate, love what you do, but also make decisions. And make those decisions that you feel that not only are right here, but also right here as well.
Beautiful ending to our interview, John. Thank you so much for coming over today, and I wish you the best of luck.
Pleasure. Thank you very much. It's been great to be here. Thank you.